What's up, guys? I'm Ted with the A-Team. Oh,
And I'm Erik Naso from newshooter.com. Today we're talking about the new 300D Mark II. So, Ted, what's new?
oh, it's fabulous. It's 20% brighter.
Wow.
Ballast is now in the controller, and it has
Hold
an
on one second.
exciting balancing position.
We were doing a pretty good job there. That was pretty impressive. Okay.
All right, here we go. Reset. Here we go. I'm Erik Naso with newshooter.com, and we are at NAB 2019. I'm with Ted from the A-Team.
And I'm with the one and only Erik Naso.
And we're at the Aputure booth. Ted, behind me. This is exciting. What do we got here?
We have the new 300D Mark II. Super excited about this. This is really a lot of the feedback that users have been giving us. We see all your comments online. We read all your comments online. We screenshot them all, put them in a database, make sure that we know what we're doing on our next rendition. 300D Mark II takes all that feedback, builds it into this new design. So let's start with the ergonomics. Starting off, handbrake style yoke, extremely easy, holds a higher weight capacity, so if you want to put that big dome on there, no problem. Handbrake style yoke, reinforced actual yoke here on the bottom. In addition to that, we extended the length of it, so you can now spin this light a full 360.
Very nice.
No problems anymore on that. So full handbrake style yoke. In addition to that, you got your Bowens mount on the front. Now, upgrades. 20% brighter than the previous 300D. I don't like tungsten equivalences, but if you were to look at it approximately at a 1 meter reading, we would be looking at approximately, with the Fresnel on it, 90,000 lux at 1 meter away. So again, this is a pre-production model, but please test it out. Test it for yourself, as I'm sure you will.
We will.
Check it here on the front, Bowens mount on the front, so of course you can snap on reflectors, stop boxes, whatever you need there in addition to that. Cables, real quick, small improvements that make a big difference. On the back here, this has been changed from male to female. Why is that such a big deal? The reason that's a big deal is that now you no longer need a specialty cable. This cable right here, we're gonna be selling a 7.5 meter long cable in addition. So you can leave your controller box on the floor, run that cable all the way up a menace arm, throw it out, rig it out, no problem. You'll have the cable reach, no problem. In addition to that, you can also find any XLR cable at the store. That will work in addition. You can extend it however long you want it, no problem. Big upgrades.
This is what I'm excited about, right?
Big
I mean, that was impressive. And it's really fast, too.
Yes.
Like, look at that. We got
Super
stripes.
quick. We put Ferrari red on there, trying to spice it up a little bit, make it a little bit cleaner. Right here, this is what Erik's excited about. This is what I'm excited about. Controller box now builds the design, the ballast, and the controller into one. No fans, passive cooling, all passive cooling. Touch it. It's not hot, even after a day of being on the entire time. Turning this on, here we go. Turning it on, I can crank this up. At 100 intensity, again, we're looking at something that's about equivalent to a 575 watt. I don't like comparisons, but an HMI, that's about your equivalent. Here, I can go through, I can dim it all the way down to underneath 10%. So we're looking at approximately not only having the 300D be the brightest light in your kit, but also the dimmest light in your kit if you're trying to do candle lighting or something like that in addition. Speaking of candle lighting, if I hold this button down, I have effects, I've got fireworks, I've got a faulty bulb effect, I've got lightning, I've got TV, pulsing, flames. All this is built into that, and the reason that's so important is that when you're trying to animate light, a squeezer's not enough. You can't dim it up and down. You need to be able to cut between different intensities, and this can digitally do that for you.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. Batteries now mount onto both sides, so the controller box is actually smaller than the previous controller box because it's not as long. On the bottom here, 6 meter long Nutric locking cables. Super impressive here. You now have 6 meters from the wall to your controller, from the controller to your light, 7.5 meters.
Nice.
Don't need to worry about cables anymore. We've got them covered for you. Nutric locking cables, these are high quality cables. This can now also be powered by one battery. So one battery here on the side. If you want the light to power at just 50%, say, hey, I bought my 300D. Sometimes I want to travel remotely with it. Sometimes 100% intensity is too much. Single battery, you can still be able to achieve up to a 50% intensity on one battery. Works totally fine, no problems. In addition to that, going through the updates, firmware updatable. On the top here, the antennas have now been built into the actual design, so you don't have to worry about breaking them or anything like that. And see this right here? This is actually app controlled. So you now have Wi-Fi that will actually connect from your phone to the light. I can power it up and down, I can dim it up and down, and we got some secret stuff that I cannot talk about right now, but we'll talk about it at the dinner tomorrow night. We got a couple new products that'll be coming out as well that I cannot mention right now. But as far as mounting goes, one of the most exciting things is we really tried to think of everything in terms of how do users actually use this light and how do they want to be able to rig it onto sets. So I have seen your photos online. If you have posted a photo of a 300D, I've seen how you've put your controller box or you tried to hang it off the knuckle of a C-stand or something like that. So, 3 ways to mount this thing. 1, we built feet onto the actual controller box, bang, put it right there on the counter, no problem. Mount 2 batteries onto it. All my controls are accessible. Number 2, paracord right here. This is braided paracord, what parachuters use. This right here holds about 1,500 pounds, no problem. 3, if both of those methods aren't enough and you still want to rig it somewhere, this right here is a super clamp. This is actually going to ship with every single 300D. All I got to do is just put this onto something, bring my light in, clip it in, done.
And it comes with the super clamp?
It will come with the super clamp, and in addition to the super clamp, I'm going to run off screen for a second. Mind me for 1 second.
And while we wait for this commercial break with Ted leaving the scene,
I'm back. Again,
Nice
cases,
case.
I know a lot of people don't get super excited about cases, but indulge me for a second while I get excited about this one, because it's not just a soft case. It looks like a soft shell case. It's lightweight, feels like a soft shell case. But
yeah.
if I put this case down, this is an empty case. I can actually sit on it, no problem.
Wow.
I can sit on it however I put it. I can put it Los Angeles too, not a problem. Still sit on it. This will actually hold because this case is not only a soft shell case, but actually has hard plating built inside of it. And on the bottom of this case, this is actually knife-proof nylon.
Oh my God.
So you can see we actually tried taking a knife to it yesterday, tried to cut through this. We're trying to do something that's lightweight, fast for indie shooters, but also heavy duty for you rental houses out there to make sure that this stuff does not break in the long term.
Wow. Lots of improvements. I mean, overall, it's just the whole, it's really it's a new light.
Thank you. I mean, it's really, honestly, it's the feedback that we see online, new shooter comments, probably some of the first comments that we see in case you're watching this video.
Yeah.
We see what people want, try to improve it the best that we can. As far as the Mark II goes, we've got a lot of new updates that are coming out, but again, it's usually based on feedback. It's what people ask us for, and then we try to make it.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I have a 300E at our studio, and I hang it in a grid, and I have, you know, the big light storm, what is
Light
it?
domes?
Light dome.
Yeah.
Light storm, light domes. And it's a beautiful light. It just stays on, like, I mean, it doesn't stay on, but it stays up there.
Yeah.
Pop it up, and the light is beautiful. This is going to just make everything really so much better.
Yeah.
No fan, all passive cooling.
Totally silent, totally silent. You can put your ear to it. This is not going to make any noise anymore. We are trying to get all the details right is the main thing. So pricing and availability, we expect this to be out in under the next 2 months. We're thinking 6 weeks, really, but we're trying to do it as fast as we can. Pricing hasn't been set yet, but we're looking at about $1,200, so trying to keep it as affordable as we can as well.
So that's about, how much, about 200 more, roughly?
About 200 more, yeah. So if you compare that to traditional 400 watt or 575 watt HMI, again, we're talking about LED technology that's lighter. We're talking about something that's not hot, so you can actually put accessories on it. We are excited. We are trying to push the move. We all know it's coming. LED is going to replace HMI. When is it going to happen? We're trying to make it happen as quickly as possible.
Wow. Nice job, Ted.
For sure.
Great stuff from Aputure.
Good to see
Appreciate
you.
it, man.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Appreciate it.